All right, welcome to another episode of Smoke and Sous Vide. I've been getting into sausage stuffing, and I'm currently making a batch of my venison kubasal. But my KitchenAid Mixmaster, it's great for grinding 5 pounds of meat, but for stuffing, it just really doesn't cut it. So I went out and went to Cabela's and I bought the 6-pound heavy-duty sausage stuffer. It comes on sale, but you know, it's like I've seen mixed reviews on it. So, you know, I decided to do this video in that. So, you know, there's some really bad reviews on it and some really good reviews. So this is my review. All right, so what we've got here is I went out and bought this. I have some lubricating grease, food grade lubricating grease that I bought for some of my other stuff. And I have just some cheap vegetable oil, cooking spray. But what you get in there is you get the canister, you get the plunger, you get 3 stuffing tubes, all plastic, one's partially metal. You get the collar, the manual, and then over here you get the plunger and crank with the two C-clamps, so it secures to the counter. Just make sure it has room to clear this whole post. So, you know, I think there's a few learnings here, because the first thing that came out right on top of the box was important: add ice water to meat before filling, and they give some ratios for diluting that meat down. And I think if you don't do that, that's where some of the bad reviews have come from. You've got your instructions, some good recipes in there. I've tried a couple of them, but so far I've been super impressed with this. But let me show you how it works. Okay, so you've got the plunger. It has an air vent, which is quick and easy to pull out to clean. Make sure you don't lose that when you're cleaning it. But the way this thing works the best is I take a little bit of this food grade grease, I go around on this the seal ring, the O-ring, just give it a coat of little coat of grease as you go around it. Just lubricate it, not much. You take this thing off with a spoon very gently, and don't roll it when you take it off and clean it. It's super easy to clean. You just take this plunger out again. So that's one of the secrets of this. And then that just screws on to a plunger. Okay. So that's easy. I put a little bit of food grade grease just on the shaft too, just to lubricate it. And then you've got your tank. So this is a 6-pound tank. For kubasal, I'm going to use the medium plunger, or tube. But the real trick here is lubricate it. So I'm going to spray a little bit of cooking oil down that tube. I'm going to spray in the bottom of that, and on the sides. You don't have to be too generous or anything, but just a nice even coating. You're going to put that sausage stuffing tube on. And just the collar goes on nice and easy. Okay. I'm going to get my meat up. So you can see, I've got my venison kubasal recipe, medium grind plate, and that's nothing added to it other than the meat and the seasonings. What we're going to do is get some ice water. I'm just going to fill up this glass with some water and some ice there. I need 1 cup for this 5-pound recipe. So as that's cooling, get that ready. We're done with this. And this is where we're going to take that chilled water. Take 1 cup. put that nice cold water in there. You're going to take that fairly thick meat, and it's going to get a lot softer. Still cold, still plenty cold, but it's more pliable. And adding water to your sausage doesn't matter. That moisture will evaporate out, and it will not change anything with your sausage. Okay, so our next step, we're going to put this into here. And take it, throw it on the bottom. Do that until you've got it all in there. Make sure you've got no air bubbles or like large pockets of air. So you're kind of looking for that as you stick it in. Oops, I always miss a little bit. So as long as you've got this consistency of meat with that cup of liquid added in, you're good to go. Let me just show you how quickly this thing works too. So we're going to make sure to clear the air escape valve when we put this in, and we're going to start cranking it down. I get to the point where it won't fall out. We go, okay, I'm going to need a pan. Do a little cleanup. I like a pizza pan. Spray a little grease on there just to get that sausage sliding. Going to take sausage, this is just dry collagen casing. I think it works great. Twist it off. And I'll show you this. I'll get you to come around the other side. And as you crank it down, you'll be able to see when it starts to come out of the tube. Okay, there it comes. All right, so now we're just going to control that end, slowly allow the feed to come off. Came off the wrap there. But once it starts there, let it go. And you can see how quickly this comes off. It's better to have another set of hands. So if you have somebody to help you do this and just coil that, it's great. If not, you're going to have to just kind of roll it as you go. Just make sure it doesn't come off the horn. Okay, and you can see how it comes off there. You adjust, make sure you're holding the bundle of collagen casing. Okay, somebody holding that, rotating it, always makes it easier. Usually my lovely wife helps me with this. Yeah. You literally can do 5 pounds of sausage in about a minute or two. Versus my old way was, 20 minutes of jamming it through a meat grinder / stuffer. So this thing is almost done. We are down to the last quarter already. Coming up on the end, and you see the plungers all the way down, and you can hear it at the end, and you're done. Which just happened to be at the same time I ran out of casing, so that's very fortuitous. Yeah, you can. Don't worry about any kinks or anything in this. It's going to redistribute as it goes, and and as you cook. But you've got that. That was super easy. Now, this part, it's going to come back up. You can hear the air hissing out of it. So that air valve is doing its job for letting air out while you're pressing down and letting air in when you're pulling it up. So, despite any reviews that you've seen to the contrary, this is an amazing machine for what you need to do for 5-pound sausage batches. So, that's all that's left in there. So, very small amount in what's in the tube, so you can make one patty out of that. You just unreel this part here. Very quickly. And this cleans up nice and easy. Just give it a quick rinse here. Come back to the camera. Okay, I'll show you that valve pops out, has some meat in it. You can take a spoon, something with a nice dull handle. You're just going to go underneath that. Oops. Just slide underneath that O-ring. Okay, just get all the way under. And do not roll it off. Just pop it off like that. This cleans up really easy. I'll have it cleaned up in a minute. And it's very simple and easy to use. So I highly recommend give it all the stars you can. This Cabela's heavy duty stuffer. Just make sure you add the water, add the lubricant, and this thing is an amazing machine, and I've used it for probably a dozen set of sausages already, and I'm really impressed with it. So follow those instructions and enjoy this machine. All right, talk to you later.